done sang with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
I look up. So many.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Deshaun Watson's 49ers going up against Rodgers' Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right around the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Oh, and now some space to operate. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll run forward with Montgomery, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you're...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He sacked. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game.
And he's taken down, back at his own 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. Nifty move by Gordon. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on 1st down. A swing pass caught. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And here we go on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Telvin Smith Able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Rodgers to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's complete. It's Gordon. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on 2nd is Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught by Davis. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
But one thing that I've liked. Defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 16. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there That can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Watson off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's picked off, just shot at midfield. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And a short gain down to about the 33. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it. You folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go. Let's round.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Watson now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Perry from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go.
Here's Watson now on second down. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Back now at Lambeau. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. 38.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. And by the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Rodgers to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Watson looking to throw on second down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
319! 56, the fight, boys, 56.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it flop. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go